Good morning. It is Thursday, I think. I need to have like a massive neon sign somewhere that says what the day is. It's 11 o'clock on go slow today, as you can see. Pizza and a little bit too much wine. It's Wednesday, wet Wednesday, I'm going to call it from now on. Look, I haven't washed my hair in ages. So today we are doing, hopefully, if Ellie, I've not spoken to her this morning, so I hope she's going to be there. Shall I just check and see if she's there or not? Hang on a minute. She is. Waiting for Dr. Ellie. Yay!
Hi.
How are you? You're inside. You're not in the car.
I have told all the children.
I can hear you, darling. Yes.
I have told all the
Can
students.
you hear me?
Yes, perfect. Now I have told them to turn off the all the Wi-Fi. I have prayed to Wi-Fi gods. I've done everything. You look amazing. Are you saying you're hungover and look this amazing?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm not hungover. I just had probably two glasses too many. But yeah. What was that?
Nice
Sorry.
to see you.
You too, love. How are you?
Yes, good. Thank you. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're looking to open 4th of July. Yes, so excited. And so excited. Yeah, I'm doing, so we, obviously I have an antibody test. Thank God it's positive. So I can be safe and, all the PPE. Yeah. I think is reassuring for people to have to know. The whole, we have a certificate, we have taken online courses, everything that needs to be safe for people. So yeah, I'm actually busy doing all of that, which keeps me sane a little bit, like work related.
One question I have asked is, are you taking advanced bookings?
Yes, we have a waiting list now. It's going bonkers.
Oh my God, a waiting list. Oh my God.
I'm so excited because I hate telling people it's fully booked. You have to wait 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks is like going to be a year. So obviously I'm adding to clinic times. I've told the children I'll be working to all
20.
hours because they've seen me. Obviously they've been with me. They're sick of my sight now. They look.
Yours are little, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Mine won't. Unfortunately, mine aren't going back to school, but that's okay because they're older, so they're very self-sufficient. Right. Shall we crack on?
Yeah.
Obviously, if people haven't seen, if people have tuned in, who do I think I am? Turned on. I don't know what they're saying. We did it previously. We covered quite a lot of the face previously, but what we didn't get around to doing are under the eyes and lips. But to go actually cover, because I'm not sure, but one of the most common questions I had, apart from eyes, were under the eyes and then the droopy lids. So can we just start with the droopy lids? This is my thing so funny. Droopy lids, is there anything that can be done that isn't invasive surgery for droopy eyelids?
Yes. If you come to my clinic, and I will advise you to, rather than botox you in the forehead, which actually makes you heavier, if we leave this area completely alone, and if you're happy to do that, which is, in my opinion, much better because it gives you movements.
Yeah, like
I will, obviously, with limitation, because
she's frozen at the really good bit.
I will give you. Pardon?
Come back.
Crap.
Come back. You froze just at that bit when you were saying. So what would you?
So I would leave the forehead alone, and I would give you a lot. I would give you a lift. Obviously, depends of how much droopiness there is there, but I will give you a lift. Open your face up, and sometimes even the tail of the brow, just a little bit of yes. So there are things that are not as invasive as going under the knife.
But it also very much depends, doesn't it, on exactly the on the structure of somebody's face.
Yes, of course. I mean, too much heaviness. What you need to do, can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would always advise whoever practitioner you see, make sure that you don't have any Botox in your forehead because it makes it worse. And you're the same because we don't Botox your forehead, do we?
No.
Yeah.
So Right, brilliant. Now, what about under the eyes? The other massive, massive issue that people have, as I'm sure you can imagine, and I'm sure you hear it all the time, dark eyes, dark circles, bags, purple. Literally, people have said, you know, I have purple bags under my eyes. What can you do about those? What should the people be doing?
If there are, we have to always assess. There is my favorite treatment called the tear trough treatment. And if you are if runners or people who exercise a lot, or aging, or even stressed, you get this hollowness, you get the deficiency under your eyes, and you become quite flat, and it looks like you're tired. You have pigmentation here. So I will always have to make an assessment. Not everybody is candidate for it. But it's a fantastic treatment. I know it sounds a little bit scary because it's around your eyes, but I always use cannula rather than needles, so it's a little bit safer. Was a lot safer. Cannula, which is not a needle. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you can't hear me, I'm going to switch from 4G to my normal Wi-Fi, because at the moment I'm on 4G. So let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
And then what I want to do, what I want to emphasize, is that if you have a bag that contains fluid, then obviously we can't do much about it. But sometimes we can feel the hollowness around it, the deficiency, so the bag looks less visible. So it's all about assessment. But it's my favorite treatment because it makes such an impact in terms of it really changes. You know when you put a concealer on?
Yeah.
And it looks really kind of flat. This is like a concealer. This is like a makeup, a permanent concealer for like a year and a half. It looks amazing. I've had it.
Amazing. So I've not had this. So what is it? Is that a filler that you put in?
It is filler, but it's so delicate, and it's complete. It's only designed, because the technology of fillers are fantastic these days. Yeah. It's designed for under your eyes. And it's kind of like, it's like a sponge in a bucket. It kind of attracts water, and then it hydrates and rejuvenates under your eyes. After maybe 3 weeks, it starts kind of appearing, and it becomes just smooth and takes the lines away, and it just makes it really look like you've had concealer on. And you wake up, you look, it's just magic. It's the best. I love it.
What about, so I've started getting sort of crepey, just because I think I'm just stressed and tired, and that would work for like the crepey bit under the eye. It just fills it out again.
If you have too much skin, sometimes it's quite a lot of skin. So I pinch the skin, and there is a test I can do. Like I said, I do turn people away. It's not for everybody. Yeah. But if you have too much skin, is obviously that is surgery. But sometimes it actually smooths very fine lines. So it just looks, it just looks like you, like I said, like you've got concealer on.
Brilliant. And that lasts for up to a year?
Oh, even more than that sometimes. Mine is, I'm coming to 16 months with mine, so I have no concealer on. The only makeup I have is just eyeliner. It's the best.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, so that's what people want to know. And somebody did say as well that it doesn't hurt at all, apparently.
Do you know what? It's funny because it's one of those things that actually have the least downtime. It's a little bit like, yeah, you know, there is no bruising. There is no, it's literally, you can go to work the same day.
Tear trough fillers. Mind you, having said that, when I had my filler, don't you remember I went to the fashion awards and didn't tell you that I was going, and you were horrified?
I know, I was quite cross with you. I was like, what? You doing what? I was like,
what? Because that's the last time I came to see you. And actually that was in December. Oh my God.
I was like, what if you get a little bit of bruising? You were like, no, do it. It's fine. I'm ready. Did you have fun? That was a good night, wasn't it?
Very good night, yeah. People are asking what it's called. It's called a tear trough filler. Is that right?
Yes. So it's the treatment of dark circles. If you have a little bit of panda eyes. But I need to add something to this, okay? If you have a lot of deficiency here, this area, sometimes we do have to support the cheeks first before we do this treatment. Because if you're quite flat and you have a lot of deficiency, the cheek must be supported first. And then we can do that at the same sitting, same session.
But again, it does just depend, like we said earlier, on the structure of the individual face, doesn't it?
Yes, the age and, you know, the expectations, your budget, everything, but they all will be discussed.
Okay, brilliant. Now let's move down. Let's move to the lips. Someone said, can you recommend any good eye creams or treatment for under the eye bags? That would be the tear trough filler. We'll do.
I think tear trough fillers and creams are great, but they're not going to take the panda eyes away.
No, no, no. Lips. Let's talk about lips. Lip fillers. Now, somebody has asked, fillers around the bow of the lip or inside the lip to achieve a natural look. I think the thing that I got from everybody's comments were, what can they do to their lips to make them look natural?
So when we age, our lips actually deflates and it kind of turns inwards. Yes, you lose a little bit. It starts being a little bit liney, and you have these lines on top of your, like a smoke, what we call it, smoker's line, even if you don't smoke.
I'm lucky that currently my moustache is hiding those, so you know it's win-win for me at the minute. But carry on. Yeah.
I can't see that.
Well,
so I what I like to do, because my patients are sort of, they're very kind of, they're very they have a natural approach. They don't want volumizing or anything. So not at all. So I have I actually, a lot of times we use skin boosters rather than fillers. So it
talk me through that. Sorry, back up.
Skin boosters are they are actually not fillers. So it's really for hydrating. I use them for fine lines. I use them over the lip just to hydrate and get rid of the fine lines. It won't get rid of the deep lines. And sometimes when you actually put it in the lips, it gives you your lips back, but without volumizing it. It just looks hydrated. It looks, you know, it's like you put an air in a punctured tire. You know, that sort of, you know.
But is it a bit like, you know...
but you still have to inject that in.
Yes.
So we use 4 millimeters very fine needles, and so it's not as traumatic as big needles. And what I do is that we ice them. So it's such a lovely treatment because it gives you back. You know, it's sometimes our lips can age really. A lot, and you can look nice and kind of youngish or young or around, but lips around the mouth can look old.
Yeah.
And when you address that area, people absolutely love it. They feel it's such a sexy feeling. You have your lips back.
So it's not actually, so you wouldn't actually, for most people, you would say don't use filler, just use it as a skin booster.
No. I do use fillers, but my fillers, I tend to use very soft, delicate fillers. They might not last you a year. They might last you 6 months or 8 months, but my patient prefer that because it moves with your mouth, it moves with your face, it looks natural, and it's, yeah, they love it. No, we do have lip fillers as well, but I think you need to follow the anatomy of your mouth and just respect those. You know, if people come to my clinic and they show me a picture, I want to have J-Lo's lips. I'm like, you didn't have those in the first place, so it's not going to be achievable.
Okay, so how do you stop? Because I have seen people with lip fillers, I've done so, when it looks great from the front and it looks beautiful and all, you know, sort of all lovely and pillowy and just beautifully very natural.
I love the pillowy, that's cute.
Yeah, then they swing to the side and you've got like that duck thing that goes.
Yes.
How do you stop the duck lip?
Because you have to have an injector that respects the anatomy. Sometimes even leave the cupid's bow, just leave that area. It's not injected in a right layer of the lips. It's not injected with the right product. And also your bottom lip needs to be a little bit heavier than the top. So imagine 2 Pringles, and you look at the Pringles from the side. So the bottom Pringle needs to be a little bit tilting. So you have that kind of sexy dip. But if the top Pringle is a little bit forward, that is the duck.
Okay.
And also sometimes we use, so sometimes we have to inject under the muscle. Sometimes we have to inject over the muscle, depending. I know, but it really depends really depends on the age and what want to achieve. And most people, like I said, they just want to they don't want their husband to know, they don't want their friends to know. It's all very discreet. So we have a little bit of a code of you know, we're like, okay, so it's just maybe for a few hours, it looks a little bit reddish, but most my patients, they don't want a huge downtime. They're not.
So I know when I have mine, people don't actually ever notice. But what they will say, but I haven't had my lips done, by the way. But what they will say is, whenever I've had anything done, they just go, "You look really good. You look. What is it? Is it like an amazing night's sleep, or it's just like an incredible makeup? It's just like you've had the most incredible makeup done. So you just look really fresh, and you know, you don't look younger. It's not about looking younger. It's about just putting back what was there. Someone said,
yes, in the first place, and you know what? They go, will I look different? I'm like, you will look like you did 10 years ago. And a little bit of tweaks. Sometimes they come to me for their jowls. I'm like, well, you know, I can't really do anything about that, but let's do your lips, because that's achievable. You will have amazing result with that. You will forget about the jowls, and they walk out and they're like, oh, holy shit, I love my lips.
Yeah. So they don't look different. They're not. You're selling me on the lips now. So they don't look. We don't want that whole, you know.
For you specifically, if you came to me, I know what you are very. I mean, you're in front of the camera. You want to look natural. I would do skin boosters. Might last you 4 months, 5 months, maybe even less. But it's almost like you put a really hydrating cream on, and a little bit like
Is it a bit like, you know, when you get those lipsticks those lip glosses?
Yes.
That work
Yes.
5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. Like, oh, I feel a bit tingly, and you don't look massively different. But you just feel a little bit.
Yeah. That's it. Well done.
Okay. Now, when we're talking about skin boosters, the last thing that people have asked about, profhilo. I can't even say it. Is it profhilo? Profhilo. Is that a skin booster? No.
Yes, it is. Profhilo is literally.
What is it?
It's literally tons and tons and tons of HA, which is hydroxyl acid, and you know, people put it in there. They have creams. Cream doesn't penetrate your skin. Cream is just for the surface, you know. But Profhilo is injected, so you have that kind of it firms, it tightens, but you have to have between 2 to 3 injections with 4 weeks between. So it's not just one injection.
Okay.
And with the first one, you might not notice a lot, but then you come back 4 weeks later and I have the second one. Again, that has to be assessed. It's not for everybody. It doesn't volumize. It doesn't help with the sagginess or anything, but it's great for neck. It's great for chest. It's great for hands. Neck, I have amazing results with neck. And it's great. It's great because it really is. It moisturizes the skin. You know, people say to me, I don't even use my moisturizer anymore, which I think.
Yeah, they should. So is that normally? Would you say Profhilo is something for maybe the first step if you've never done anything before and you're maybe younger?
No, not always. Not always.
So someone says people are saying that they love Profhilo when they do it instead of Botox.
Botox is lifting you, and it takes care of wrinkles. It's completely different. Sometimes I do advise against Botox. I'm like, look, it's not going to do much for you. Yeah. You know, this is, but it's different things. Botox is a little bit more, it relaxes the muscles. It freezes the muscles, so you don't use those muscles. But Profhilo, it's for your skin.
So, who would you recommend then should have Profhilo? What sort of symptoms, I'm saying, should you come in for to go, do you know what, Profhilo is the way forward for you?
I think if you have a lot of volume loss, a lot of sagginess, and a lot of, I have to say, look, Profhilo is not going to do anything for you. Okay. It will just moisturize your skin, but it won't volumize. It wouldn't lift. Yeah. So I would actually advise fillers. And I think people are so scared of fillers, but I think once you kind of cross that hurdle, yes, you kind of go, actually, once a year, I'll just tweak a little bit. And it's because you do a lot of exercises, don't you?
A lot is probably stretching it, to be honest. A lot is probably some. I do more than I did. Let's put it that way.
But you used to be a runner, weren't you?
Run. I didn't used to run a lot compared to some people. I ran some, but I was a runner.
So if you do a lot of running and spinning and a lot of exercise, you use the fat in your face, and fat is what holding our face together. You know, it kind of scaffolds your face. So
Yep.
if you are losing those fat, things just kind of you age prematurely. So we support you a little bit, just tiny little bit, just putting back what you lost.
There we go. Okie dokie.
So the moral of the story here: don't be scared of fillers.
No. Okie dokie. Somebody has asked, can we know what you have done? What have you done? What
Me?
have you done? Yeah.
Oh, my lips.
Yeah.
My cheeks, not recently though, quite a while ago, 2 years ago. I love the chin. I always put a little bit in my chin because my chin gets really square when I have aged. I'm 46, so I have this really masculine square chin, and that is a thing that I do with people, and they absolutely love it. It gives you that heart shape. If you can see, I got up a little bit. You see that heart shape.
Yeah.
This is not my chin, so I put a little bit of chin.
Fillers.
Once or twice a year, yeah. So it gives me that kind of more feminine shape. Otherwise, it's quite square, and it makes you look a little bit squarey.
Like mine.
No, yours is not. I have I do a neck lift with botox because I have like really kind of aged turkey neck, and tiny bit of botox.
Here, this bit here.
So I can, yes, I will give you, when we open again, I will give you a beautiful, I will give you a neck lift, which is, I will put Botox for you here, just around your jawline.
Waddle.
Yeah, it will get rid of that.
Okay, right, marvellous. Okie dokie. Righty-ho, I've just looked at the time, and we've got to go, otherwise I won't. Oh, I forgot to record it again. Oh my God, every time. So what I'll have to do, every time I do this, I'll have to record it, save it, and do it.
So, before you go, I want to add one more thing. We do just a part of our getting things started. We do offer free consultation, and
the clinic. She's so, and people want to know where your clinic is.
Well, clinic is in Sevenoaks. We also in Harley Street, and we have a clinic in Mayfair. So we also planning to open 4th of July.
4th of July, get it in the diary, message Ellie and get yourself booked in. I'm messaging you right now and I'm being booked in.